In this video, I'm going to take you through a wildcard team for game week 26. We've had the announcement of the double game weeks for 28 and 29 announced. Let's have a look how a wildcard side would look with this week coming up. It looks really good. I'm really tempted. There's not much time till the deadline. Let's get into it. Hi FPL managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. So like I said, in this video we're going to have a look at a quick wildcard team that I've put together for game week 26. It takes a look at all those double game weeks that have now been announced in the last 24 hours for game week 28 and 29. We also look at the fact that they're blanking in 27, so we'll look at the reasons why we should maybe wildcard now, how we can attack those fixtures with so few game weeks left, remember, how that would tie in with our chip strategy, triple captain, all of that sort of stuff. So remember guys, if you like the video, click on like, subscribe, help the channel out, and let's take a look. On screen you've got the fixtures for game week 26 then. As we've known for a long time, the likes of Arsenal have a really good double game week. We know that Leeds are playing Liverpool. They have a double game week with the Man United fixture. Probably the standout one, as we all know, is Liverpool with their two games at home to Norwich and Leeds. They have some really good games. So the reason for this video really is, wanted to get it out before the deadline. Things have changed. We have had this double game announcement for 26, we already knew. 28 and 29, so 6 fixtures have been put in there, so 12 teams are now going to double in those games. Rearranged from previously in the season, we weren't expecting them to drop. I haven't put 27 as a double game week. Is that classed as a double game week? We've got Burnley doubling, but then we have obviously a lot of blanks with the EFL Cup final, so I'm not sure if that's classed as a double or not, but I put it down as not, simply because we have less teams playing than a normal game week. Doesn't seem right. Reasons to wildcard them. This is an opportunity to really attack those double game week fixtures. So I've put a side together that just is purely favouring those teams that have more games to play. I really like this wildcard side. I am tempted. If you've got a wildcard like me, if you have 2 free hits, you're in quite a strong position. You just wonder, with 9 games left after these fixtures have been played, and we don't know if any more we're going to put into game weeks 28 and 29. For the time being, it seems that there's really no more room for that. So 9 fixtures rearranged for the last 9 game weeks after 29. Is this possibly the best time to wildcard? Is there going to be a better time to attack those double game week fixtures? That's what I'm asking myself at the moment. So the double game week teams to target, I put this graphic together and I'm kind of regretting it almost already. It just seems a bit too complicated. It was really to try and tell you the teams that are doubling game weeks 26, who was blanking in game week 27. Not many teams doubling at all in 28, but then 29, we've got a few more as well. So I say that we have lots of Newcastle doubling, Wolves, Watford as well in 28. 29, we have the likes of Tottenham and Newcastle. Perhaps this one shows a little bit more clearly the state of play. These teams on the slides, on the top graphic, we've got how many games they'll play in the next 4 game weeks. So Arsenal have 5 games. They have 2 double game weeks. So obviously blank in 27, which is the table underneath. Burnley 6 games to play, as have Leeds doubling twice. In fact, everyone doubles twice. Liverpool and Arsenal do blank in game week 27. So that's something to be aware of, because they have such good fixtures either side of it. That's where possibly the free hit really comes into play for 27. Reasons not to wildcard. If you do wildcard, we're not going to be able to triple captain Salah. You just cannot play your 2 chips in one game week, whatever they may be. But there are other opportunities with so many game weeks to triple captain. I don't think there's going to be a better one than Salah. That does put me off a little bit, and I'm not sure it should. Maybe I'm putting too much emphasis on the triple captain. He gets the same amount of points again. Maybe that shouldn't determine my whole chip strategy. Is there enough reason? I don't know. I need to reassess that. It feels like a big chip that you only play once a year. Perhaps I'm putting too much emphasis and reading too much into it. If I think with this wildcard I put together, because it's going to be stacked with Arsenal and we need those Liverpool players in to really make it worthwhile either side of game week 27, I think you need to have a free hit available to play in 27. The good news is if you've got one, I think with this side, and we won't know for sure until those FA Cup fixtures are played between 27 and 28, we will then know if we can get through 30. I think we've got enough time to plan and legislate with this side to do it, so you shouldn't need to, but it looks a really nice side, but you would have to free hit in 27. bringing out a video later on today, so Saturday, to perhaps show you how we would go about doing a free hit in 27th. Stay tuned, hit the bell for that. Time, that's another thing that puts me off a little bit. I would rather have more time, but to just analyse and think about whether this is a good decision to wildcard or not. Only you will know if you have too much surgery in order to take advantage of these double game weeks. I think with so little time left in the season, this is a really good opportunity. I don't want to miss the boat, but at the same time, the idea of being rushed into it doesn't appeal to me at all. So, without further ado, guys, let's have a look at this double wildcard side. I think I've gone for Pope in goal, 5.4, a little bit expensive, but he's got double game week this week and in 27. I quite like that. So if you weren't planning to free hit, he has the advantage of those fixtures. He dovetails with Foster quite well. When they play Chelsea, he's got a double against Arsenal Wolves. So you almost guarantee yourself 3 weeks out of the next 4, you'll have a keeper doubling up. Quite like it. Foster, I'm happy to stay with. I certainly don't think he would, I couldn't rule out the likes of Ramsdale. I think he'd be a great option this week as well. Sar's got great fixtures too. For the price, I quite like Pope, and he's always good for saved value as well. I think he does have clean sheets in him. So those are my 2 goalkeepers. Across the back again, I've just doubled up on that Liverpool defence. Robertson and Trent. One of the problems you're going to have, I think, with these double game week players is just picking players that you know are going to just play both games. Wouldn't surprise me if Robertson was dropped for Simicast at some point. Feels to me, though, that Tarkowski will play pretty much every game for Burnley. He is just an absolute nailed-on player, as is Kilman, played every minute of every game. The likes of Tierney, again, I think he's going to definitely play at least one of the 2 games. You'd hopefully play both games. And then Trent, I can't see, unless they play someone like a Milner at fullback, maybe a Gomez, then again, he's just going to play both games. A great clean sheet potential, and we know what they're like going forward, and they make up my defence. In midfield, Heung-min, he has some difficult double game weeks, but we know what a good player he is. He can score against anyone. And there's Salah. He'd certainly be my captain if I can't even triple captain. There's no questions about that. James Ward-Prowse, on set pieces, he's been returning an awful lot. He's been a big differential and largely ignored, but he's got 4 out of 5 home games for Southampton. He's really turned a corner. Absolute mainstay, plays every game, on pen, set pieces. I think he's a no-brainer, 6.4. He looks really good value to me. Great fixtures coming up as well. Rafinha, difficult games coming up for Leeds, but everything comes through Rafinha. 6.5, I don't think there's any better value in the market than that. Albeit difficult games, we know he can score against anyone. And Coutinho as well. Aston Villa have some really favourable fixtures. Not doubling in all of them, but for 7.3 at home to Watford, then you've got Southampton Leeds. I think they're really nice. I would want him in again, and for that price, I think he's good value. Up front, again, there's an argument for doing playing, possibly going for a Kane or someone like that, but you'd have to take a sort of sacrifice elsewhere. Wood or St. Maximin? I went for St. Maximin in this case. Again, they've got decent fixtures, are doubling up with 2 game weeks. Again, I think you just have to, the worry for me is just getting the minutes out of him. If he's fit, he plays. Will he get all those minutes? I'm just not sure. Dennis, frustrating player, but with these fixtures and his price, I think you just have to bring him in. You could certainly go for King instead if you want. And Weghorst, I think he's nailed on for Burnley. He has to play all those games up front. Remember, you can always bench 1 or 2 of these players. Here's the wildcard side in its entirety then, 1.3 million, 0.5. I think that should be achievable and affordable for most of us out there. I really like this side. Certainly I'm open to suggestions. There's 1 or 2 players I think, I mean, there's no Manchester City players in, they're just not doubling up. I couldn't blame you for putting one of those in, but really taking advantage and hammering and attacking those double game weeks, I think this looks really nice. That's all for this week then, guys. Good luck with game week 26 coming up. Let me know what your thoughts are. I am really tempted looking at this side to attack those fixtures. This may be a good opportunity as there ever will come along. So let me know what you're going to do. Hit that subscribe button. Speak to you soon.